Welcome back to another message of hope, intuitive oracle and tarot readings. And these are not intended to be predictive, but you might find that there's an element that feels like that. So it's always up to you, as these are also opportunities for you to further strengthen your own intuition and messages and insights that you have been receiving. So I'm going to start with the past, present, future, and then we're going to expand on the message from there. And I've got some new ideas, so I'm excited. So for the past position, okay, I'll get that one. We're done. For the present position, what's to come? Okay, there we go. They are coming out. I love it. And for the future position, what is the card? For the future position. There we go. Okay, let me pause it and get the one on the floor. Okay, let's see. The one on the floor for the past position was the Empress, fertility. In the present position, we have truth. And in the future position, we have the waiting game. Let me see what's at the bottom of the deck. Okay, so at the bottom of the deck, we have it's movement, choices, and decisions, and it's in reverse. And I guess I won't say anymore that I don't do in reverse because I've done it quite a few times now, right? Only when it feels right, though. Only when it feels right. Okay, so immediately I am. I feel like this could possibly be a scenario of someone who's pregnant and feel like you have to wait, right? You got to wait that 9 months. Or possibly you've been pregnant in the past and you'd like to get pregnant again. Maybe you're really desiring to be a mother, and maybe you somehow feel limited in the choices that you have available to you. I have another deck here that I was going to pull from initially, and then I switched gears. But at the top of it, so it's actually Brendan Burchard's Motivation Manifesto deck. And at the top here, we have, let us believe faithfully that our dreams are worthy of any struggle, and that it is our time to free ourselves and rise to glory. So if there's anything that I've said so far, is there anything you can identify that maybe you feel like you've been holding on to and feels like it's, getting in the way of you being able to move forward, or getting in the way of seeing anything different? Yeah, because I'm going to take a look. This card, the waiting game, I believe the way it corresponds. Yeah, so this is also equivalent to the Two of Wands. But in this particular deck, it's just slightly different. So this is like spirit. This is like things being behind the scenes that are, it's like how, the angels and God work behind the scenes, right? To help you co-create and co-manifest the life that you desire. This could also just simply be, it doesn't have to be about a baby. This could also simply be kind of like maybe you have memories of success in the past and you feel like success isn't really in the present with you. But it's time. Okay, so like things are definitely balancing out. And And it's just a matter of time. And you need to believe. And I want to say there isn't anything for you to do right now. It's not so again, it's always take what resonates, leave what does not, right? So some of what I said could be a pathway for maybe some of you, and what I'm saying now could be a completely different direction. It could be that you've already done a lot of the work and you're just kind of in this waiting space right now because things are balancing out. And so it's not so much about there are no other options. It's more so about, you've already done the work. This is not so much, I want to say it's not so much an active phase for you. But as I say that, I don't mean like, don't take any action. That's not what I'm saying. It's that there's a degree of momentum you've already built up. And so to some degree, it's kind of like you're in cruise control, right? Where you're still driving, you're still moving forward. But you also get to kind of have a degree of relaxing while other things are clicking into place. Yeah. That's what I get there. Okay, so what I wanted to do a little differently, let's see. I want to see if we can get any sense about any other people. See, this is where I start to want more and more decks, is what it is. But we are complete right now. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and do what I was thinking of doing. So I'm going to pull my new people cards, okay? And just see like what characteristics or identification, that word doesn't really fit in the sentence, but what types of other traits we can get about people that may be involved in this situation. So it could be you, it could be someone else. So we have here, look at this. So you could potentially be a woman who is successful all on her own. I mean, you could be married, but I'm envisioning right now someone who is, a single successful lawyer or just simply professional. Maybe you work in an office, some sort of business office or corporate office and headquarters. And, you've got it going on, right? You're taking care of yourself. You know how to provide for yourself. And if the baby scenario applies, then I'm just going to throw it out there. I personally I don't think I know anybody who's done this, but maybe you're like, I'm ready to have a child and I'm going to go get insemination or something. I'm not laughing at that. I'm laughing at myself as I'm doing this, right? That's all. Because I actually think that's pretty amazing that we can do that. And especially if you have the means to do that. So that could be a possibility. Let's see if there's anything else from this stack. Anything else? We also have architect. Well, and notice that this architect, I'm going to say is female. You're someone who works hard, breaks the mold, or someone involved in this situation is someone who works hard, breaks the mold. And if we're going back to what I said about her, you're designing your life. You are designing your life the way that you want it. In fact, the way that you've designed your life has opened many, many doors over time. And now there may be one in particular that you're just, you're waiting, like, right? Maybe you feel like it's sort of in a holding pattern, waiting for something to open up. And I feel like you're a very strong, smart, powerful woman who takes charge. 222 maybe significant, or just simply the number 22 maybe significant. Okay, I'm gonna pull. I gotta get some more card decks, but I'm gonna have fun with the one that, okay, astronaut just flipped over. So if that has, and that is also a female, by the way. Here, I'll show it to you. We have astronaut. She's like rocking it in outer space, right? You might be someone that's like, yeah, I'm going to do the unthinkable. I'm going to do what others won't. I'm going to, rock it out on the moon. Okay, I have some food cards. So I'm just going to pull from these, and I'm going to say, what's like a food, a key food that is either a favorite food of this particular person, or somehow has significance in this reading. And yes, by the end of this reading, we are absolutely still pulling out, highlighting the message of hope aspect. I'm just working on incorporating some more details into some of these. Let's see here. Let's see. What food has significance here? Fries. We have French fries. Do you love French fries? Are you eating French fries right now? Does this somehow have significance? Were you just eating French fries? Were you thinking of going to buy some French fries? Did you just recently tell someone, no, I'm done eating French fries? Maybe you had to give up French fries in order to, I don't know, step into this next level space of your life. Okay. Let's see what else. Let's pull trying to keep things semi-organized. Okay, so this is, I just saw pizza. Okay, so now this stack has like items, objects, nouns, things like that, as far as I know. Let's see what wants to come through this stack to further either identify you or someone who is relevant or significant to what's shown up so far in this reading, to the situation. Okay. So one thing that's standing out, let's see here. One card that does not belong in this stack we have is beautiful. I absolutely think this is fitting. If you're resonating with what's shown up so far, you are beautiful. And so is your life. Okay, I got to split this deck up because it's kind of big. Okay. Let's see. What else? Okay. We have Donald Trump. Okay, let's I don't know. Let's see the other side. Let's see what else is of significance in this reading so far. Oh, there we go. What do we have? Oh, interesting. We have Facebook. Okay. And I think one more here. What is this? Okay. This is for you to determine. Luke Skywalker. Huh. Is it possible that maybe you've had a crush on one or both of these characters? Luke Skywalker, and I don't recall the actor's name at this moment, but him, or Trump, possibly. Or maybe you like, I think Luke was blonde. Maybe you like blonde guys. Maybe something having to do with the blonde guy. If the getting pregnant through artificial insemination resonates for you, maybe you're going for a blonde man. Okay, let's see. I'm going to pull from, we've got this other set. Okay, these are, I don't know, scenarios. I'm not quite sure what to call these. Let's see here. What else? What in this stack is resonating with what's already out on the table? Is there anything that's resonating here to further help us identify who we're connecting with? Okay. Most important life skill. Leadership. Maybe you were your grandpa's, like the eye of his apple. This says, what grandfathers dream about? Maybe you were really close with your grandfather. Okay. Okay, one second. Okay, I am back. We are now going to pull a card from the Mirrors deck to see what other elements and insights and questions that may be relevant for the scenario. While you're in this sort of holding pattern or waiting space, what do we have? Well, okay, we first off have distraction or time to take action. Okay, this simply feels to me like let me take a second. So there might be a part of you that's questioning if you're on the right path because maybe it feels like things have slowed down a little bit. What I was initially going to say is that I simply feel that this is confirmation of some of what's already come through. And, of simply being in that space of, I mean, maybe you catch yourself thinking that you need to take more action. You need to be doing more right now. And because maybe you're constantly working, right? I mean, a lawyer and an architect, that to me that's a hard worker. That's definitely someone who's had a lot of education, someone who's been very career focused. And this person's happy. This person also likes what they do. But right, there's definitely a fullness and a wholeness within you. Even though this is in the past position, I don't necessarily feel that this is left in the past. I feel that this is what you've come to, this really full whole space in your life, and this is being carried forward into the future. And in fact, it's probably getting to this place that has generated the momentum of what is now being balanced out and being created behind the scenes for you. You've done a great job of You know, you put in the work, that's for sure. And so maybe you've put in so much work that you don't really know how to slow down, to pause, in some, to some degree. So let's see. I want to see if there's another one from the Mirrors deck. Let's see. Is there another one from this deck? Not too many. Let's see. Another one from this deck to. Give me a second here. What else? Blessings. Are you counting them today? So keep counting your blessings. Okay, and I'm going to say the number 53. Does that have any resonance for you? Let me know if it does. Yeah, and I don't know. We have 3 women here. That could mean something. Maybe 3 phases of your life. Could be 3 blessings, kind of like 3 wishes that are coming through for you. But of course, it's also a reminder to be recognizing what you are grateful for. How far you've come, everything you've already manifested and created in your life. And are you enjoying it? I'm going to go one more from this deck. When I say, are you enjoying it? Are you allowing yourself to enjoy it? Are you actually taking time to simply have fun, right? And enjoy the fruits of your labor? We have acceptance. Are you feeling one with yourself? Okay, so the image on this one is a unicorn. And what are unicorns? They are rare. They are unique. They're the unicorn, right? You've got a whole bunch of horses and then you have a unicorn. Like there's only one unicorn. And you're in the light. You are in the light. You have done. So there is absolutely an element of resting. And again, when I say resting, I don't mean not doing anything, but yeah, like a, maybe deliberate, like being mindful that like you can pause. You can just like shifting gears, which can be hard when you've been go, but shifting gears into like, let's just do something because it's fun. Let's just, like you get to, it's not all work and no play, right? Like maybe that's how it's been, but that's not how it's supposed to be. And that actually that keeps you out of balance, right? If you're just all work, that actually keeps you out of balance. And so you've got to balance it out with some rest time, some fun time, you've got to be able to receive. You've got to be able to receive. So, like, what's that phrase? Like it's hard to hit a moving target. And in this context could be, maybe that you think that things aren't ready to manifest yet or come in yet. And yet maybe it's like, no, it's just in a holding pattern because it doesn't know where you're going to be. Maybe you keep moving around doing all these things and your manifestations are like, oh, here she's over here. Oh, no, now she's over there. Okay, we're going. Oh, now she's over there. Oh. And I hope you're laughing with me, if this is resonating for you. So you could be this magnificent, beautiful, fantastic manifester, of course, unicorn manifester. And it's time to just let's just rein it in a little bit. Let's just, and not at all in any way dimming your light, but redirecting that energy and recognizing that this is a time right now of really getting to feel and receive. And like, it's like while the universe is balancing things out and catching up with everything you have created, right? And it's lining now, okay, these are all the things that match her where she is. It's like you also, what was the thought that was just there? You also, I guess, I don't know, just basically you also balancing yourself out. And so based on how much you've been go, go, go working, this is about you being able to say, okay, yeah, I need to get familiar with what it feels like to just simply enjoy my life right now. Right. And more things are going to show up, more manifestations, more things you've set intentions for and been working towards, more goals are going to be achieved. But you've already done all that hard work. You've already laid down those bricks, the groundwork. And now it's your time to, like, while those things are clicking into place, let's balance some things out with some fun, some good times, just enjoying things, resting, relaxing, maybe getting to know some new places in your, in your city, in your neighborhood, where you like to go, right? Maybe a new park that you want to walk to, or, I don't know, maybe there's some sort of event in town that you could go, go see or watch. Inviting a friend to go with you, or invite a friend over for dinner, or right. And like, I'm thinking just like simple everyday things that we can always do, but maybe you haven't done a whole lot of because you've been so work, work, work. So yeah, that's what I'm getting there. Okay. I'm noticing the time. I'm just going to pull from a few more decks. Okay, I'm going to try to speed it up. Let's see here. Okay, let's see what else. Because you're an empowered woman. That's what I see here. You are an empowered woman who is beautiful. She is successful, and there's more on the way. And maybe there's a part of you that it's time to even accept how much you have truly created for yourself. Accept who you are today, which is not who you were before, right? Every day is a new day and you are a new person. Okay, so maybe there's some element of, so with, okay, I was first going to say in regards to these cards, in regards to these ones, I'm going to say maybe there's some sort of element of like younger guy, older guy. Like maybe you are wanting to date again and, you're, I don't know, maybe you have two potential suitors, one older guy, one younger guy, and you're debating. Or maybe two men have reached out to you on social media. I would caution you against that. Unless you've already met them in person and you know that they're legit. Yeah. Okay. That was just an extra thought. Okay. Let's see here. So what additional message do we have for this amazing woman? This amazing female. And I want to even, of course, include if you identify as female, everyone is accepted here. We have wings. You never, oh God, yeah. You never needed those wings to fly. So this is like, so in the background, we see kind of like a turret. I think that's what you'd call that, a turret at the top of a castle. And out of one of those windows are some wings that are hanging. And it's as if she jumped out the window with her wings on so that she could fly. And as soon as she jumped out, the wings actually got caught on that window and they were left behind, but she is still flying. And in fact, she looks like she's floating, right? It looks effortless. So you might be someone that, you've the whole reason why things need to be balanced out is because you've put in more than your share, right? If we were to look at it as something like that, like you've put in above and beyond. You have, we could say, overworked. So much so that you don't even know what all the capabilities are that you have, right? And so that's another reason why it can be really helpful to you to just spend some time being creative, having a playful downtime, doing some new things so that you can get to learn more about who you are today, right? You've clearly done a lot of work. We could say you know who you are. But I think you've reached new heights. You've reached new heights. And there are even more new things about yourself that you may not know yet. And it could be, I love the word, I like to say reclaiming your authentic self, because there could be an element of you that knew certain things about yourself in the past. And then maybe, we could say life happens, right? And getting reacquainted with yourself and your abilities and what you're capable of. It could even be just getting reacquainted with things that you like to do. Maybe you forgot you liked to do. And this is the number 8. Excuse me. The number 8, which is, of course, the infinity symbol, upright. And to me, this is also represents infinity with those 2 circles around her. You can also say an 8. You are very whole and abundant, very whole and abundant. This is a beautiful time in your life. You want to take time to enjoy it. This just feels like tears of joy, because you know how hard you've worked. That song, gray skies are gonna clear up, put on a happy face. Okay, that's actually not the song I was going for, but that's what was coming to mind. What's that other song? There's another song. It's it's an old song. It's something about no more gray skies or no more gray times or something like that. You have sunny, happy days ahead of you, and not just ahead of you, in the now. Okay, that was really fun, wasn't it? Let's do another one. Okay. I picked up the deck and this one fell. So, okay. I don't know if I'm allowed to say the first word. So it's, biatch, biatch fire. And it says, stand up for yourself. And it looks like she's holding one match under the moonlight. But you know what? Here, what I saw when I first looked at this, I saw biatch free. Sorry, not sorry. We all go through things, right? And so as part of this whole process, and this, I feel like this is referencing in the past. I feel like, this is a 16 and now this is an 8. You've let go. You've let go of things that were heavy. You've let go of things that were unpleasant, and that could certainly include people. And so, this was in the past. This was you like making a wish and just wanting things to be better and improved. And this is the past. This is absolutely the past. And Yeah, I'm not trying to be harsh or mean or rude, right? But I think we can all recognize when we've dealt with some very unpleasant situations, and it's a relief when we can be free of them. Your wishes came true. Your wishes have come true. Here you are. You are now free. Biatch free. Sorry. Okay. Okay. So let's pull a self-care card. Okay. So we're getting closer to wrapping this up now. What could be some things that would be good for you to do right now to nurture yourself? When I say this, we're not this is not being in a victim mode. This is just recognizing what, like, what you've been through. You know what you've been through, and you're in a much clearer space now in multiple ways. Yeah, you're not weighted down by things that were very heavy. We have right here, let go of the need to control, trust in the wisdom of a divine plan. And let's see, the front of it is wisdom. Okay, and she does not have a top on. So yeah, I mean, if you're this powerful, strong woman, I would, who is aligned and in the light, okay? Because you could be powerful and strong and not, right? But I get the sense that you're a powerful, strong woman that is in the light. You are in alignment with your highest self, and you are, things are showing up for you. More than one thing is showing up for you. Manifestation showing up for you. You are wise. So just a reminder: let go of the need to control. Go have some fun, because that's going to actually speed up the other things that are trying to come in for you. And by you, taking a break and just, relaxing, go for a swim. I want to say go for a swim. Then the universe knows where to find you, right? And of course, the universe can find you anywhere, but you get what I'm saying. Okay, let's see. What else? What other self-care card wants to come through to support this amazing, beautiful woman in this space? Okay, so we have here decisions and we have truth. So decisions says, honor your top priorities. If it's not an absolute yes, then it's a no. And truth says, tell the truth. Integrity is the key to living an authentic life. Yeah. So from the three of these cards, we've got this one, and what this looks like. Oh, I wasn't supposed to show you all of that. Anyway, you saw it. She's pretty much naked. She's, she's got like a sheet wrapped around her bottom. But it's kind of like there's something around her that's been breaking. It's shattered. Okay. It's shattered. And then this one, same thing. This is like a woman, in a lake that froze over, and the top has been broken and shattered, and we can now see her and access her, right? It's pretty somber too. And this one's also pretty somber. So, and this is the second time we've had truth come out as well. And we did have acceptance. So maybe what will help you in being able to, slow your roll a little bit and just kind of enjoy the present and have fun is there might be a degree of accepting things that, maybe there's one scenario remaining, or just on some level, maybe there is residual grief. And grief sounds so heavy, right? So I actually don't mean it that heavy, but maybe there's something that at one point made you really sad and maybe shattered your world or shattered something, right? Um, and here you are moving forward in spite of it, beyond it. And acceptance, acceptance, acceptance that it happened, acceptance of maybe what someone else did, whatever their role was in it. This maybe just another little piece of of what's going to support you in being in the present. Maybe go treat yourself to, um, if you need to cry, cry, right? It's like, it doesn't matter how many times you got to cry, but also if you can cry with intention. Okay. So, if you know that you have had to repeatedly work on releasing something, the first times you're crying, you're just crying, right? You're in your feelings, you're crying, you're sobbing it out, you're just feeling. And then as you go, if you are deliberately trying, working on releasing something that brought you such heaviness and grief, then you can, be compassionate with yourself and know that, okay, the next time you feel like you have to cry, it's okay. You're going to cry, but you know that this is another element of you simply releasing it. And so combining the two of those things together, that awareness of, okay, I'm going to allow myself to feel it, to heal it, to release it. That intention component allows you to move forward even more quickly, because you're also setting the stage for like where you're headed. You're not just sitting in it and it's not just happening to you. You know what you're doing through the process of feeling your emotions. And so there may be some, a little degree of acceptance still of what's taken place so that you can release control of it and be biatch free. And as I say that, that's also representing a character. A certain type of person, or just an identifying trait of how someone might show up, right? Whereas if they didn't show up that way, well, that's different, then maybe they are welcome in your life. So there may be a degree of you just simply having to, this one, be truthful with yourself. And so what does that mean? It's just that element of acceptance, right? If we're still not accepting something, then there could be some element where we're still in denial that like something happened, or that, oh my gosh, that person really did that. Or just how horrible a situation was, right? And so this is not to dwell on it, but they're just like some remnant, right? That anyway, you get what I'm getting at. And look what we have right here. Oh my gosh, I didn't see this earlier. We have playfulness. So beyond you being, just totally truthful with yourself and making a decision, maybe you had to cut someone out. Maybe you had to accept that you're going to have to let go of a relationship or a person, whatever it might be. We have then playfulness. And back here it says, play with a child. Children are your greatest teachers. So very interesting. And of course, this child is kind of dressed like a magician. And so I can see that a couple of ways. But what I think is mostly being called forth. Okay, that's very interesting. As I am holding this back at this distance, interesting. Okay, so there is a child with a hat and a cape on, and this white space in between. Up close, it actually looks like Could be like a fireplace, or it could look like the front of like the White House or something. I mean, we had Trump earlier. Okay. Oh. Could be like the front of the White House. It kind of has that feel. But at a distance, it actually looks like a tea light candle. Tea light candles. Do you have tea light candles lit right now? Interesting. Or maybe there's one child in particular that is significant, that, holds a light for you, or that like that that catches your attention, right? One child that I don't know. I could see this a few different ways. This could also be representative of your inner child, letting your inner child come out to play. Play with a child. Children are your greatest teachers. Your inner child could be the one to reinform you of who you are, of what you like to do, of what it feels like to have fun and play. Yeah, and it's like when we have tea lights. I mean, you could have them lit in any environment or whatever, but and sometimes people have multiple tea lights, not just one, but I feel like it's as if it's just one, and it's like it's a light in the dark. And if you're not used to going inward and, connecting with how you're feeling and what's going on internally with you and your inner child, it's kind of like go where the light is. Like that's where a light is being shown right now. Go within, check in with your inner child and what's being highlighted. Okay, this reading is getting so long. Anyway, you have time. You have time. And you have many achievements. You've achieved many, many things. Yeah, you may be surprised by what's about to show up next in your world. So, okay, we're going to close this out. We're going to close this out with I'm going to do a message of life. Beyond limitations. Okay, I think this is the one right here. Beyond limitations. Today, I exceed my own expectations. I've never read this card before, by the way. Today, I exceed my own expectations. I open my consciousness to the infinite. There are no limitations. There is no end. Everything is unfolding in a continuous now. Therefore, I open my thoughts towards a broader horizon. I look beyond my perception of reality, beyond all barriers created from my own beliefs and fears. I am now open to new possibilities. I want to read that last part again. I look beyond my perception of reality, beyond all barriers created from my own beliefs and fears. I am now open to new possibilities. So, and take a look at that. This is a woman walking into a new day. She has created this new reality for herself. But what I want to highlight is they're emphasizing, I look beyond my perception of reality, your perception of reality, of what that was in the past. And so, have you identified fully? Maybe this is where some extra work is. Have you identified fully what your new reality looks like? It says, beyond all barriers created from my own beliefs and fears. So again, we're talking about what was in the past, what you were operating from in the past. We always want to focus on where are we headed. So if we're wanting to move forward, right? That's the journey, is like create more momentum in that direction. So there could be some additional work left on identifying, well, what do you believe now? What are your new beliefs? And if you don't have those same fears, then what's the new belief that's also, what space is opened up now? What is your belief there? Yeah, and let those be the driving force within you. That's really helping to propel you forward, up and out. No longer, trapped in the castle, tangled, right? I'm thinking of the movie Tangled. You are free. So the message of hope is you've already done so much of the work. This is now your time to be free and have fun and possibly get reacquainted with yourself, just a little bit more than you have. Because maybe all the reacquainting and getting to know yourself that you've done already has been focused in around your professional life, and maybe now it's time to get reacquainted with, well, who's the fun, playful you? Who's the who's the who's the version of you that like does this? That's like, yeah, I'm gonna freaking fly. And by the way, be safe. I'm not encouraging anyone to do something that would not be reasonable. Okay. But metaphorically, with the parachute. What are some ways that you can fly? Fly today. Yeah, you have a beautiful, bright future. You have so many colors, so much light, so much sunshine. It's really time to be in the present, enjoying and appreciating your blessings. Maybe do some minor tweaking on those beliefs and thoughts, and spending more time and energy on these are the new me has these thoughts. The new me thinks like this. The new me knows what possibilities abound. And there's still so much more. You've already accomplished so much more, and there's so much more that is coming in for you. This is your time to shine. It's time to be in harmony and in balance and find that beautiful rhythm and flow with putting in the work and then enjoying and reaping the benefits, and doing some work and reaping the benefits, right? And if you're someone who doesn't like the word work, then, playing here and playing there, right? The more you spend time doing things that you love and getting your mind aligned right with what feels best for you, at some point, it's all just going to feel like play and provide fulfillment for you. So anyway, I hope you found this helpful. If you did, feel free to give it a like, share, subscribe. All of that is always very helpful. And I always love to hear from you and hear what are you taking away from this message of hope reading. I'm experimenting and exploring and having fun myself, and I love it. And I hope you do too. I really like how this turned out. And I'll see you all again very, very soon. Have an amazing day. Bye.